All right, guys, that's it. Here with James. Got the shmoney, got the keys. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a little bit...
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh my god. Yeah. Today's video is a little bit different. So I have my good friend and realtor here with me, James.
Hello.
Is it Visser?
Yes.
Visser, okay, James Visser. And basically, I bought a condo just a few weeks ago, and I had a lot of questions on my Instagram. You guys wanted me to show you guys around the condo, go through the process of buying it, how I was able to save up for it, and all that stuff, which I'll talk about a little bit separately. But I wanted to bring James in so I could answer some questions for you guys about buying a home, the process of it, going into escrow, closing, all the adulting that you have to do. Because a lot of you guys asked me, I am 21 years old, and a lot of you asked me how I was able to do this at such a young age and what the process was like. So, first things first, I guess I'll kind of just explain how I found James. So I knew James through a friend, Nick Comodina. Most of you guys from my channel know him, and he referred me over. Finding James was easy once I got the referral, but before James, I had a lot of trouble with multiple realtors who I tried to go see properties with who just did not align with what I wanted and what I was looking for. So they kept bringing me to properties that I was super unsatisfied with. And then I did end up wanting a condo just for like budget purposes and things of that nature as my first place. But essentially I bought so that I could eventually rent this place out and continue to do the same thing in San Diego. So what were some of the questions we got? What can we provide them with?
One of the ones that is pretty common, I think you got, was like, did you put down 20%? And you did, but another question was like, do you have to do that? And like, you definitely don't. You know, there's programs with like 0 down, 3.5 down, or 5 and up. It's really, you can put down as much as you want or don't want, but it's better to put down more if you can. She was able to do that. So we did, which not only helped our offer be stronger because there was, you know, other interest in this place, but it also helped us to close quicker. We closed the deal start to finish in 25 days, which is very quick. Usually in California, you're looking at 30 days or longer, but we had our ducks in a row, got it done quick.
Yeah, I think another thing too, like kind of starting from like beginning to end of the whole process, you have to really like establish what your budget is first. How much you're gonna put down, and then I think it's really important to go and find like a realtor to work with, which this is like our 15th time taking this video, but I explained it in the last time as it costs me nothing to have James. No. He gets paid from the seller, right? The seller?
Yeah.
The seller, so basically like it's free for me to, you know, maybe like some Starbucks dates or whatever, like to go around with him and to have him help me, and he helped me so much in the process of understanding like what it's like to actually buy, especially like here in the state of California and everything, because it is a lot more expensive here. So that's why I chose to go with a condo. I definitely could have gotten a house and like balled out and put like a lower down payment, but it's just not something I wanted to do like financially.
Well, especially for your first place, like, and at your age, like, I always say that if you're, you know, like, don't have a family and you're young and you have the ability to buy something, I always think that you should really prioritize picking up good future rentals. So like a house that you might want to live in for a long period of time isn't really building your rental portfolio, but say you buy 3 condos like this and then your main house that you want to live in, now you have a good rental portfolio plus the house you want to be in, you know? So for me, it's like just prioritizing, are you buying strictly for a place to live, or do you want to like actually build up a long-term investment plan? And like she said, it's really key to, whenever someone comes to me and asks, how do we get started? First thing I always say is talk to a lender, get pre-approved, and then once you know that amount, then we can really like hone in and start searching for something specific. Because before you talk to a lender, you really don't know like what you can afford, you know? So you might be looking at places that are $600,000 and you can only afford $400,000, or you might be looking at places less than $300,000 and you could afford something that's $600,000. So it's like, first step is always find out what you can afford and then go from there.
Yeah, I was really lucky because I worked with both my accountant and the lender that he referred to me, and she was super on the ball. She was awesome.
She was.
So she basically gave me like a rundown of like what my loan would look like and what my mortgage would look like, which is the monthly payment. Like if you're renting a place, it's basically like that, but you know, a mortgage. So essentially, she let me know like what it would cost. With the condo, I do have to pay HOA fees. They're a little ridiculous here, but they're doing a lot of work, which is really cool. They're actually like re-renovating the entire clubhouse over there. I don't know if I told you that, which is kind of cool.
And that's one thing I told her when we were shopping and looking at certain condos is like we would be walking to the unit and I would just be looking around making sure that the HOA was doing what they said they were. So like whether that's like trimming grass and bushes or like maintaining buildings, like we went to some where they weren't doing anything. It was like literally a broken gate. Yeah, broken gate out front and this and that. I just had to be like, look, you shouldn't buy this one because clearly the HOA is a disaster. And you know, it could be super high or super low. It doesn't really matter. What matters is, are you getting value for that money that you're paying towards an HOA? And it's not all negative. Like HOAs are really good for maintaining a certain standard of look for all the tenants. That way your property value is not going to dip because one neighbor has, you know, a beat up house and broken down cars in the front. You know, like everything has to look a certain way, which is, there's a lot of positives to that, especially for a rental.
Yeah, so I think like the major tips and like keys that I have for you guys from my own experience was definitely like if you're not a business owner or you don't like have an accountant or something like that, like try to get in contact with maybe even like a realtor first, and they'll put you in contact with their lender, but just make sure like you look for a realtor that like understands what your eye is like when it comes to the actual place that you're looking for, your budget, like make sure that they're listening to you, which James was awesome with. And then he also walked me through the steps with, you know, putting down the first like $5,000 payment. What was that?
That's called a deposit.
Yeah.
So when we put in the offer, we got it accepted. We went back and forth a little bit with the seller, but once we got an offer accepted, then she put down, it's called like the initial down payment. So she puts in a $5,000 deposit that basically shows the seller that we're serious at that point to take the house off the market. We enter what's called the escrow process, which essentially is like a seller's agreed to sell it, we've agreed to buy it, and then escrow is like a non-biased, non-partisan middle party that helps us like navigate from start to finish throughout the process. So like during the process of escrow, we're getting an appraisal done, we're getting a home inspection done, we're getting some repairs or credits from the seller done, and then, you know, eventually the end goal is to close and the house is now in her name rather than the prior seller. So the $5,000 just simply shows we're serious, and then they pull the house off the market and we go through that process.
Yeah, so I would say like the biggest tip, and I'll talk to you guys after a little bit about like alone with my own experience in terms of like how I saved for this and stuff, but save your freaking money. And the way that James explained it to me last time, because I actually kind of second guessed myself, I was like, damn, why did I buy a condo, like all this stuff. And then he was like, it's basically like a bank account that when you start renting out, someone else is like putting money into the account. And I was like, dude.
Correct. Yeah, correct, because you're building up equity, right? So she bought the house for whatever the purchase price was, and plus the down payment. So every month that she's paying her mortgage, which you're going to be paying to live somewhere anyways, whether it's rent and you're paying someone else's mortgage or you're paying your own, that money is getting socked away. So now instead of owing, say you owe $100,000 on the loan, now say in 10 years you've paid down $50,000, now you only owe $50,000. That money you can pull out and use. You can refinance and leverage that money to go get something else, whereas like a rental, you're never going to see the money again. You're getting a product for it, and you're getting to live somewhere, but when you own, that money seriously is like a forced savings account. Yeah. And once you rent it out, someone else is saving the money for you.
Right, and just to kind of finish off, like the main reason that I bought was because I spent so much money the past 2 years renting here in San Diego, which easily could have been a down payment for something bigger than what I got here, because I was living in a luxury apartment complex last year. So that is like the main reason that I bought.
And how much, so your rent at the last place versus your mortgage here, what's the cost difference?
Yeah, so I'm actually saving like $600 a month having a mortgage here as opposed to like the renting that I had, the rental I had. So
$600 a month less, and she's getting tax benefit to owning. She's getting the growing value of the real estate in San Diego, so the place is going to be worth more if she ever decides to sell. And when she does rent it out, the renter is going to be paying more than the mortgage, so she'll not only be having someone pay the mortgage, she'll also be making a positive cash flow on top of that. So it's like you're making money in so many different ways when it comes to real estate if you do it smart, which she did. And I encourage all young people to do the same. Like, I think it's so cool when people, under 30 start getting their investment portfolio going.
Yeah, cool. So I'll put all of James's information, but stick around, guys. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of talk on how I saved for this place and why I made the decisions that I did. So, yeah. Okay, guys, so thank you so much for the informative part with James. Basically what I want to do now is kind of just explain to you guys about like me making this investment and how I was able to save money, because that was the big question that majority of you guys asked. So I am an online coach. I started coaching at age 18 and I was very frugal for like 2.5 years, my friends. Not so much now. I do spend my money a little bit more, but I did miss out on a lot of like big things, big events, going out to eat, things of that nature, because I did just want to save my money and kick ass in my business, which is what I did. So I saved money for roughly around 2.5 years. I knew that I wanted to buy because essentially I was pissing away a lot of money in rent here in the state of California. It is very expensive to live here. It's also very expensive to buy here. I'm not going to disclose how much I paid for my condo, but essentially I did put 20% down with a $5,000 deposit. So you do have to have cash in the bank if you are going to buy a property. So I got a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I am 21 and I know a lot of you guys are asking me how I was able to do this at such a young age, and basically like just fucking do it. I have no other thing to say to you than like, if you want to buy a property and you're done pissing away money for rent, buy a property. It's going to become that bank account for you, like me and James talked about. So essentially like when I move out of here, the purpose of me buying this was so that it can kind of just be like a stay at home for right now, and then eventually I plan on buying something a little bit bigger, see where I'm at next year in terms of just like everything with my life, and save some money living here, and then eventually rent it out, and more people, or the other people who rent it, will be paying the mortgage for me. So basically just paying for this place, which is really, really nice. So if you are considering buying, I would highly suggest it, especially if you eventually want to rent it out and move into something else. So save your money, honey. That's all like I can really say for you. I have my own business. If you don't have a business, just be really smart with your money, and have someone there to kind of be like hold you accountable if it's a significant other. Really start to budget things month to month. Don't eat out as often. All those things end up adding up. And I know right now I'm on a big spending spree and I'm like, crap, I need to start saving money because I do eventually want to build or buy another property in the future. So just be smart with your money, save. Age is just a number, honestly. I didn't go to school, so I started my business at a young age, and I was very fortunate to have saved enough to buy this place. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a before clip that I took, and then now I'm going to show you the after, but just bear with me, y'all. This video was never gonna get made if I waited until everything was away. So it's Christmas, so I have some Christmas decorations up. I still have boxes in certain places. I have like packing done like for Houston where I'm going next week, so just bear with me. My place isn't completely clean, but I just wanted to show it to you guys before I never ended up showing it to you. So with all that being said, here we go. Okay guys, so we just got here. Really quick before we do the inspection whole shebang deal, I'm gonna walk you through my unit really quick. So first you walk in, you got a little storage closet here. What's up? Oh, hey. Vlogception. You have the living room area right here. This will be like the dining area, and then I have a nice little balcony which is pretty lit, just backs up onto like preserve. And then we have the kitchen. I definitely plan on renovating this just a little bit. New appliances will probably be my first thing. Then this is kind of cool. This is like where the bedrooms and bathrooms are, but you can actually close this door off so that you have like the bedroom separated from the living space. And then basically here you have the first bathroom. Number one, this is gonna be for like the guest bedroom slash first bedroom. This is the first bedroom. So pretty large, like there's a lot of space in here, and there's a massive closet, which is pretty sick. And then you come out here and this whole entire hallway is all storage, which is sick, because that's where all my athletic wear will go. And then this is the master. This door leads out to like another exit. Pretty decent size, awesome lighting. This will definitely go. Boom, where all my selfies will happen. Hello. I have this closet here, which is massive. And then also right here, bathroom, we have another walk-in closet. So I need to change that lighting, but other than that, I think I'll change the lighting and the fans and this mirror because it's kind of gross. Okay, also you walk in from outside, the door is literally right here. Walk in, I got this little shelf from Amazon for $80 and decorated myself, put some blankets on the bottom, hung this bad boy up all by myself, and you can see guys, it's crooked, I did that. Then you come in and you have the living room, really big living space. What's up, girl? The couch from Jerome's, for those of you asking, it's local to San Diego and California. Lots of space here, it's like so much space. There's my light whip, let's go. And then the dining table. Got my peace sign Buddha, hung that bitch up by myself yesterday, was good. Kitchen's a little small, definitely needs renovating. I plan on getting some new cabinetry as well as appliances. So this is the kitchen, the extent of it. Oh my God, look at me. I just ate oatmeal. Good job, Kendall. Look at this, so cute. And then you walk into this hallway, which is really cool because this hallway has the 2 bedrooms, but it's separated by a door, which is nice. So you have that. The first bathroom, what's up, girl? Just a nice shower, pretty basic, definitely a little outdated. This is the bedroom in with which I sleep. Don't ask me why I don't sleep in the master bedroom, y'all. It's because this is bedroom number 2. We have not fully put the bed together yet. We still have stuff over here, and we did not organize, but it's a pretty good size room, you know? And then you have all this storage space right here. Like, all of this is not being utilized, so it's kind of dope. I can eventually put clothes down there if I run out of room. And this is the master. Yes, I am still packing for Houston. The lighting is not the best in here. This is kind of where we just store everything extra. Not the room that I sleep in. It's just the room where I house all of my clothes. I have my closet, Buff Bunny. And then right here we have all the Ghost. And then right here we have all the Alphalete. So we have like a pretty massive closet here. Sup, girl? And then here we have like the bathroom area. Another bathroom. Boom. Boom. Another closet. All my shoes. So as y'all can see, not super organized. Definitely not done by any means. But it's a good start. So I got some decorations up. It feels a little bit more homey. I'm proud of this place. I love it. It's really spacious, really big. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience with you and where I now live. Oh, also, hello, balcony, hanging egg chair. That's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was informative. I hope it was helpful. Gives you a little bit more insight onto my life. Look at those stockings right there. Heck yeah. Love you guys. Bye.